guys? Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing this all-new 2022 Kia Sorento SX Prestige PHEV.
All right, before we start, I just want to give a huge thank you to Preston and the rest of the management and staff here at Century Kia in Tampa, Florida for making this review possible. These guys are awesome. They're located right next to the Bucs Stadium, so if you're in the Tampa area looking for a new car, I would definitely suggest checking these guys out and ask for Preston. So for those of you guys who don't know, the Sorento's been part of Kia's lineup since 2002. That's when the first generation was released, and it sold pretty well. But fast forward to 2009, that's when the Sorento really took the world by storm, when they released the true crossover design. I'll try to leave a little picture right here so you guys can get a little flashback to what it used to look like. But that generation lasted all the way throughout to 2014. And in 2014, that's when the Sorento kind of grew a little bit in size. Coming with an optional third row seat, it definitely became a much more practical family SUV. But here we have the fourth generation Kia Sorento. Of course, it became on sale in 2020, and it looks absolutely fantastic. So here for the fourth generation, we have a standard third row seat. We have this SX Prestige package, which comes equipped with literally every option you could possibly want. And this is a plug-in hybrid version too. So here we're gonna have the 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. It's gonna make about 195 horsepower and 224 pound-feet of torque. But since this is the plug-in hybrid version, we are also going to have an electric battery, which is going to make 82 horsepower and almost 200 pound-feet of torque. So combined numbers are going to be around 261 horsepower and an undisclosed pound-feet of torque number, at least up to today. I'm sure they're going to eventually release a combined number, but if you go mathematically, this vehicle makes over 400 pound-feet of torque, so it's going to be extremely powerful. Very good acceleration numbers. Expect 0 to 60 to be around 6.5 seconds. We'll check that out once we take this car for a drive. But this vehicle is not just about acceleration, it's about luxury, it's about overall style and comfort too. But as far as exterior design, let's jump right in. So up front, you're gonna notice you got your LED headlights. They're gonna be a 3 individual piece design, black headlight housing with some silver on the outside of the projector beams, and they look absolutely fantastic. Definitely a thumbs up to Kia for not killing us with the chrome, especially for the inside. I think these headlights look really good. Definitely some of the best in the segment. You got some piano black on the outside and an LED daytime running strip too. We'll check that out once we start this vehicle up. But coming down here, you notice a little bit more piano black. You got some functional air curtains here too. That's going to help your aerodynamics as well as keep your brakes nice and cool. But continuing along, you can notice your parking sensors. This vehicle got the 360 camera and it works really well. More piano black, more parking sensors too. Over here is where your advanced safety features are going to be housed. You got a little LED fog light over here as well. But as you notice in here, you do have some shutters for your intercooler down here. And yes, this is an intercooler since this vehicle comes equipped with the 1.6 liter turbo. But up here, you can check out your grille. And I like this grille. You got a little bit of pentagon design, pretty cool overall. No airflow over here, but you have some hollowed out area over here for your radiator. But over here, you got your all new 2022 Kia badge. And I'm a big fan of this badge. No, they don't kill you with the shiny chrome. It's just gonna be a brushed aluminum look. You got your front-facing camera over here as well. And overall, love the grille. You have a little bit of that brushed aluminum contrast, not shiny chrome. Huge thumbs up when it comes to at least front-end styling on this all-new Sorento. But as far as the paint, it's going to be this really nice metallic silver. The name of the paint's going to be called Silky, I believe. We'll check it out in the window sticker. It's a little bit dirty, but you can check out the metallic gray. It does look really nice. But we'll take a step back. You guys can check out the overall front-end styling. Definitely impressive. But continuing along over here, we can check out this wheel and tire setup, and definitely a big fan of the silver and gunmetal gray contrast. But these are going to be 19-inch rims. They're going to be wrapped in 235/55 R19 Continental cross contact tires. So pretty good all-season tire compound. Pretty large brake caliper too. You are going to have a little bit of plastic cladding on the outside. That's going to help when it comes to rock chips if you do take this vehicle off-road. You do have a mud flap right here. That's also going to help. A little bit of this brushed aluminum look too. Not any shiny chrome. So the style is definitely there, and you got more of that brushed aluminum right here. As far as the mirror, you got your LED turn signal on the outside. Black and silver contrast looks very nice. As far as the mirror, it's absolutely massive. It fills up the frame very well. More of that black contrast. You got your blind spot monitoring over here as well. Continuing along, you got more brushed aluminum, no shiny chrome, blacked out B-pillar, blacked out C-pillar, and more of that brushed aluminum carrying all the way along. So definitely a thumbs up for not killing us with a shiny chrome. As far as the window sticker, here you can check it out for your 2022 Sorento PHEV SX Prestige with the all-wheel drive. So like we mentioned, this vehicle is going to have the silky silver exterior color. In the interior, it's going to be navy. We'll check it out. It looks really nice. As far as the standard equipment, you guys can take a pause, check it out right here. I know it can be kind of tough with this glare, especially with these really darkly tinted windows,
but I'll try to help you out as much as possible. But as we mentioned, we got the 1.6 liter turbo with the plug-in hybrid too, 6-speed auto with paddle shifters, all-wheel drive with center locking diff too. We're gonna have the drive mode select with snow mode and sport mode too. You got all the advanced safety features you could ever want or need. You got forward collision avoidance, cyclist junction turning, blind spot collision avoidance assist, rear cross traffic and collision avoidance assist, safe exit assist, highway driving assist, smart cruise control with stop and go, lane keeping assist, lane following assist, parking distance warning, forward and reverse too. As far as the rest of your safety features, you guys can pause. I'm not going to go through all of that. As far as interior comfort and convenience, we're going to have the 10.25-inch touchscreen with navigation and map care, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. We're going to have the 4.2-inch color supervision cluster. However, this vehicle is going to have the SX Prestige package, which is going to give us the 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster. We'll go over all the options in 1 second. We're also going to have USB chargers for all 3 rows, smart access, dual zone climate control, Syntex seats. Could have fooled me, they're extremely comfortable. Basically leather seats, feel just as good. Power and heated front seats. We're also going to have cooled seats. That's going to be coming on the Prestige package as well. 1 touch slide and fold, second row seats, rear occupant alert, and you have the 19-inch rims. Power liftgate, hands-free liftgate, so you can just slide your foot. We'll check that out in 1 minute. Roof rails right here, as you guys can see, very stiff onto the frame. But other than that, of course, you got your LED projector headlights and tail lights and fog lights. Everything's LEDs, heated mirrors, and turn signal indicators as well. But here we got the SX Prestige package. So what we have here is going to be the surround view monitor. That's going to be the 360 camera, blind spot monitor, Bose premium audio, and this sound system sounds fantastic. 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster. That's going to be a beautiful digital display. We'll check that out once we step inside. Perforated leather seat trim. So no, like I said, they could have fooled me with the Syntex seats. That's because these aren't Syntex seats. These are perforated leather. The seats are also going to be ventilated. You're going to have heated second row seats as well, heated steering wheel, auto dimming rearview mirror, power folding outside mirrors, parking collision avoidance assist for the reverse, premium multi-way power adjustable driver's seat with memory seats. So guys, this vehicle is fully loaded. You got literally every option you could ever want or need. This is one of the most loaded vehicles that I personally ever reviewed, especially for Kia. Super impressive, at least for the window sticker. But after all these options and a $1,100 or $1,200 destination charge, we're still gonna be sitting under 50 grand. So $49,465, pretty good overall value if you can get this car close to the overall sticker price. But as far as fuel economy, now this is where the car really exceeds. As you see, 79 miles per gallon when you have the hybrid on. So through hybrid mode, you're gonna have 79 miles per gallon. You're gonna have 32 miles of pure electric mode. When you have the gas mode, you're gonna expect around 34 miles per gallon combined for the city and highway. So this is a really impressive hybrid SUV. But continuing along, you got your gas tank over here. It's not gonna be a push to open. You have to pull the latch and then it becomes a push to open gas tank, but not a very big deal. That just keeps people from throwing stuff into your gas tank. Back here, you got your LED tail lights. As far as the reverse lights, not quite sure where they would be, but I'm sure we can figure it out eventually. You got your all-wheel drive, brushed aluminum badge right here, and a very nice Sorento badge back here. Everything's brushed aluminum, no shiny chrome. They definitely listen to all the journalists when it comes to the shiny chrome. Even down here, this is gonna be some body color material, and down here, you can check out your exhaust tip. But we'll start this car up. We're not gonna do any revs because this is a plug-in hybrid. You're not gonna be able to hear the revs anyway. You got your parking sensors for the rear back here, and right here, that's where your reverse lights are gonna be, like we mentioned. But anyway, you got your eco plug-in badge right there. But we could take a step back. Really like the styling. And as far as the wiper over here, just like the new Tucson's, the wiper is going to be housed right up top underneath your spoiler. But we'll take a step back. You guys can check out the rear styling one last time. But all right, guys, stepping inside the 2022 Sorento, we'll take a step inside, put our foot on the brake, press the start stop button. You guys can check out this digital display, how it comes to life, and it looks really cool. But this is your standard screen in eco mode. You throw it into sport and you do get a tack, and it looks pretty cool. Pretty aggressive tack, 160 mile an hour speedometer and about a 6,500 RPM red line. You throw it into snow mode, you still keep your tack, but it does change up overall. But to pop this hood, we'll just pull this latch right down here and take a step outside of this vehicle and check out the overall power plant. But all right, finding this latch, picking it up, and it's nice that we get struts. Definitely was not expecting struts. But here you have it. Here's your 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine and your hybrid system. Altogether, you're gonna make around 261 horsepower, enough to get this SUV to 60 in around 6.5 seconds. So very impressive acceleration. I like this intake setup with the tunnel that definitely sucks in quite a bit of cold air from this grill area. And the engine is definitely pushed really far to the left to offset the weight of the battery over here. But pretty straightforward. That's about it. We can shut this hood, take a step back. You can check out the front styling with these daytime running lights, and it looks really impressive. But let's take a step into this 2022 Sorento PHEV SX Prestige and check out the overall quality of the material. So up top, as you guys can see, we're gonna have some soft touch for the upper part of the door panel. Beneath that, you're gonna have some silver trim, and beneath that, you're gonna have some silver trim with some really nice stitched leather underneath, and it looks really high quality. This whole door panel is extremely impressive. You got a really nice soft touch elbow rest right here, nice aluminum over here to accent this door panel, and this vehicle also has memory seats. As far as the window controls, they're going to be power one touch for all four. You got your child locks right here, four-way adjustable mirrors, and a little bit of piano black. And usually not a fan of piano black, but it works really well. It looks fantastic, and since it's very limited in this interior, I wouldn't really recommend keeping your cleaning supplies necessarily at hand. But in here, you got a massive little storage compartment. This is probably triple the size of most. It's not a true storage compartment. It's more of a grab handle, but still a ton of space. You can fit some stuff in here, and it is rubberized, so you don't really have to expect a lot of stuff flying around. But anyway, as far as the door handle, it's also extremely high quality. It feels really satisfying to pull back. Very good weight resistance. Over here, nice little brushed aluminum trim as well. Hard plastic over here, Bose Premium Audio System, more hard plastic to be expected. As far as the storage over here, it's gonna be tough to fit a bottle in here. You could probably fit a 12 ounce in here. You could definitely fit a 12 ounce can, but as far as bottle, I don't know if you're gonna have enough height. But you could probably get a couple sandwiches in here as well. As far as storage overall, not too bad. But taking a step in here, we do have a beautiful illuminated aluminum Sorento nameplate right here when we step inside. As far as the seat, you can check it out. We have full adjustability. You can slide, lift, and drop. Recline the seats right here. You have power lumbar, four-way lumbar, so you can adjust how high the lumbar is pushing into your spine too. You have your adjustable thigh support right here, so check it out. You press this button, you got longer legs, you got more thigh support in your Sorento. If you're short, you don't want as much thigh support, you can simply pull it back. But we'll leave it around this level right here. As far as the seats, these are beautiful leather seats. Really nice design in the middle. They're gonna be heated and cooled, and they work very well. It's really nice for this floor to heat. The bolsters are pretty stiff, gonna keep you supported very well. And the bottom, very well padded, very soft and nice and comfortable. As far as the headrest, decently soft, not the softest, but more than soft enough. But let's take a step inside this 2022 Sorento and really see what we got. So first thing we notice is gonna be the steering wheel. It's gonna be a beautiful two-tone steering wheel with some navy leather up top with the white trim underneath, and really nice steering wheel overall. I like the aluminum on the horn. The horn itself is gonna be hard plastic to be expected, but it does have a nice look, especially with this nice aluminum Kia badge. But let's hear the horn. Not the most aggressive, but more than aggressive enough. People should definitely be getting out of your way. But as far as the steering wheel controls, you can check it out. You got your voice commands right here. Mode select, you can adjust the volume and skip the songs right here, and your phone settings right next to it. But right here, you got your cruise control settings. You got active steering, radar cruise. You can adjust the infotainment right here, adjust which screen you're looking at for the infotainment right here, and your overall mode right here. But behind the steering wheel, you're also going to have these really nice aluminum paddle shifters, really nice to click. And speaking of nice to click, these turn signals, Hyundai and Kia have always been killing with these turn signals. And if you notice, you saw that. So when you turn the turn signals on, you can see what's going on in your blind spots. So an absolutely unbelievable feature. It should definitely keep this vehicle really safe on the highway. But we can check out this infotainment really quick. So like we mentioned, you can press this little selector right here, and you can adjust between, you can see your advanced safety features at all time. Press it one more time, you can see your compass. You can see the electric range. We can drop it down one time, see the energy flow, see where the power is being sent, drive info, accumulated info, attention level. You got tire pressure monitoring. You got to be driving to see that. You can see which drive mode you're currently in, and you can see where the power is being sent wheel by wheel. But other than that, we can go back to where we currently were before. Pretty intuitive. You can see the average miles per gallon down here. But this vehicle is going to keep reminding us of this, so we'll stay away from the overall display up top, at least for now. But like we mentioned, the turn signals feel really satisfying to click. Same with the wiper stock. It's just we don't get rain sensing wipers. Kind of would be nice to get on the SX Prestige trim. Probably my only complaint with this SUV so far. But continuing along, I really like these air vent designs. You get dual air vents for the driver. Beneath that, you can adjust the brightness of the display. You got your lane keep assist. You can turn off the traction control. Right here is how you pop the gas release and your trunk release button right here. But we're not going to get a tilt and telescoping steering wheel. Not a really big deal. But continuing along, over here, you can check out your start stop button. And over here, overall, really impressive 10.25 inch infotainment display. We'll drop this air by one just so you guys can hear a little bit. It is a touch sensor, no true button. But as far as the map, it's going to be pretty responsive, as you guys can see. Not the most responsive to the touch, but more than responsive enough. You can press this home button right here. You can see all the settings. Passenger talk, so you can talk to the passengers in the rear. You got your PHEV mode, map button, phone projection. You got your radio, media, UVO, user manual, all the information you can ever want or need. You got your user setup settings right here, so you can set up settings such as vehicle, nav, sound, device, user profile, voice recognition, screen time, display, button, UVO, and the overall general settings. But we'll check out the vehicle settings, see what the adjustments are. You can adjust the driver assistance, so you can adjust all these safety features. You can adjust the drive mode, so between Eco, Sport, Smart, and Snow. Eco right here, you can adjust the cluster too, so you can change the illumination, change the theme, reset the fuel economy, welcome sound. You can provide a welcome sound through your cluster, adjust the climate control. You got the seat controls too, lights, door, and the convenience. So ton of settings, adjustments. We'll go back to home. You can have shortcuts here too, so you have map, nav, radio, media, setup, so you can track. The volume controls, they're not the most responsive, not the most weight resistance, but they still feel pretty nice. Beneath that, you got your hazards, you got automatic climate, of course, cooled and ventilated, heated and ventilated seats, automatic climate, like we mentioned. You got the air vents right here, and that aluminum trim with these little triangles looks really, really high quality. Above that, for the dashboard, everything's gonna be soft touch, of course. Even the frame is gonna be a little bit rubberized. It's not gonna be a padded material for the frame, but the dashboard definitely gonna be padded with very nice stitching over here. But beneath that, you're gonna have some soft touch material over here. I love the two-tone design with the black, silver, and beige. For the glove box, you guys can check it out. It's gonna be damp. That's also surprising. Wasn't really expecting that. Not gonna be the largest glove box. I'd say you can probably fit between 10, 15 license plates. We got the nice license plate frame right here. They definitely thought it through for this review, but you could probably fit about 10 to 15 of those. But we can shut that thing up. As far as the rest of this interior, I love this aluminum trim over here. No chrome. Definitely a fan of the fact there's no chrome in this vehicle. You got your heated and ventilated seat adjustments right here with a little bit more of that brushed aluminum look. You got 3 USB ports in here, as well as a wireless charger too, and a little bit of extra storage for your phone. But back here, you got your gear selector, you got reverse, neutral, and drive. Just an old school little toggle switch with a nice Sorento nameplate over here. Here's your drive mode select, Eco, Sport, Snow, and Smart. Center diff can lock right here. You can adjust between hybrid EV and pure EV mode. Heated steering wheels right here, auto hold, so you don't have to keep your foot on the brake at red lights. Hill descent control, automatic parking brake. You got the parking sensors, which you can disable if you would like to for some reason. Oops, phone almost fell. But up here, you can press the button and you got your camera at all times. And yes, we do get a 360 camera too, and it's very good resolution, really impressive, even better resolution than the Frontier, in my opinion, that we just reviewed in this channel. Really nice camera overall. But we can press the button one more time and it takes us back basically to where we were before. I'll press this button right here because I personally like to sit in the map. I think map looks the coolest in my opinion. But back here, we could check out this glove box, and it's a super soft glove box. It's a leather wrapped with contrast stitching. You open it up right here, you can check it out. You got an absolutely ridiculous amount of space. We can remove this little cubby where you could probably put maybe 3 or 4 iPhones in there. Really nice cubby. But the center console, you're easily fitting like a 12-pack in here. Very spacious center console. You can check it out. The depth, it's like halfway up my forearm, but really impressive overall. We can shut this back up after we put this little cubby back in. But yeah, super impressive, guys. That's about it for this interior. As far as this rear view mirror, it's going to be frameless and it's going to be auto dimming, of course. No sunroof here. That's one of the only options this vehicle does not have. But your light controls are right here, information, UVO, and your call assist right over here. But again, that's about it for this front seat. Really impressive, unbelievably luxurious in this 2022 Sorento SX Prestige. Let's check out the back seat and see how much space we have offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the materials. All right, guys, stepping in the back seat on the 2022 Kia Sorento SX Prestige. So back here, even for the top part of the door panel, you're still going to get the soft touch materials. That silver aluminum trim does continue down here, as well as that stitched leather. Guys, this feels unbelievably high quality. This padding over here, really soft. Grab handle feels really soft. You got stitched leather here as well. That aluminum trim continues over here too. Heated seats for the passengers. You got the cup holder over here. A little bit of piano black, not a big deal. Power one touch for the window. Huge storage over here, and it is rubberized as well. The door handle, that really nice aluminum door handle, very well weighted. More of that silver trim right here. Down here, that Bose speaker continues. More hard touch, not the most storage over here either, but more than enough to fit a 12-ounce bottle. But as far as these seats, check them out. So we are going to get the captain's chairs. That one's folded down, not a really big deal. But as far as the seats themselves, they are going to be perforated. They're going to be heated seats, as we mentioned. You can recline them right here, and they're slidable right over there as well. And to access the third row, you just simply press this button or the button down here, and the seat completely folds for you. We'll check that out in 1 second once we check out the third row. But as far as the back seat, well, actually, before we step in, another illuminated Sorento nameplate. That's also pretty nice. But stepping in here, you can check out the legroom. I'm 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, and still, we got at least like 7 inches of legroom. Ton of space back here, super impressive. And we get two USB ports attached to both of the front seats as well. But both the front seats also going to have some map pockets and cargo nets, so they doubled up. Pretty interesting. Don't really see that very often. As far as the air vents, you can shut them right there. No third zone climate, not a big deal. You get your 12 volt right here and a USB port right here. Of course, another map pocket and cargo net for the passenger. But that's about it, guys. We don't have a center console here, but we pull this little arm thing right here, and we do get an armrest for the back seat. But that's about it for the second row, guys. Let's go ahead and check out the third row real quick, check out the trunk, and then take this car out for a drive. But like I said, to get back here, that's all you have to do, press the button, and it gives you a very decent amount of space. We can move this little tonneau cover out of the way so it doesn't really get in our way. But to step back here, pretty easy process overall. Let's put these seats back to where they were, and wow, ton of space. Okay, yeah, that's not back to where it was. So this is like in its middle setting, but as you guys can see, I have a ridiculous amount of space back here too. Obviously, this seat can recline more, but I can definitely allow it because I have at least 6-7 inches of legroom still, even for the third row. You get your cup holders right here, another USB port over here as well. No vents back here, at least not that I can see, but right there you can check out those buttons. You can fold these rear seats down with one click of a button, even from the trunk. But that's about it for the third row, guys. Ton of space, as you can see, super impressive. Let's check out the trunk real quick and then take this car out for a drive. All right, guys, so to step into this trunk, you simply press and hold this button right here, and you can watch the trunk open up automatically for you. And yes, those third rows are up right now, so we're not going to have that much space. And you can check out this little plug right here for the plug-in hybrid system. So you simply plug this into your standard household outlet and plug that end into this end of your Sorento plug-in hybrid, and you can just charge it up overnight, and you're going to have up to 32 miles of pure electric range and 79 mpge in hybrid mode. But anyway, you can check out this little extra storage back here. Not the most space. It's going to be basically taken up with your tools for your little donut kit. But to drop these seats, you simply pull this latch right here and push forward, and you can do the same thing over here. However, we got that tonneau cover, so I really don't want to mess anything up. But you guys can get a good overall sense of the cargo space. Pretty competitive with the segment, more than enough space to bring like a 65-inch plus TV if you fold those rear seats down. Pretty good overall space. But again, if you want the maximum amount of space, that's when I would recommend going with the Telluride. But for an entry-level 3-row SUV, this is more than spacious enough. But to shut this trunk, you simply press this button right here. We'll take a step back. You guys can watch the process and see the rear styling one last time. Really impressive SUV all around, at least from a luxury per dollar standpoint. But that's about it, guys. Let's take this 2022 Sorento PHEV SX Prestige out for a drive. All right, guys, now that we've just about seen everything we need to see with the inside and outside of this all-new 2022 plug-in hybrid Sorento with the SX Prestige package, let's take it out for a drive. That's some name, by the way. But anyway, first thing I noticed, we're going to start off in pure EV mode. But the first thing I noticed is the steering has a surprisingly good weight to it. It's extremely direct, and the gas pedal has a very good response, even in EV mode. But let's check out the overall power in EV mode right here. Wow, that's pure EV? There's no chance that was pure EV mode. That engine had to have turned on. If that was pure EV mode, I will actually be astonished. But let's double tap, make sure that we're in pure EV mode. It says pure EV, so it says pure eco EV. Let's try that one more time. Yeah, okay, so the engine definitely kicked in the first time, but even without the engine kicking in, you have a very serious amount of power right here. One more time, eco only. Look, guys, this thing is accelerating. It's not a joke. And throwing it through this turn right here, it stays really flat. Wow, that is surprising. So I want to do this entire review. Actually, I changed my mind. I want to do this whole review with a POV hat on, because these screens up front really impressive, and I really want you guys to get a first-hand view of this car. So I'll catch back with you guys in 1 second. But all right, guys, stepping right back out here in pure EV mode again. You guys will get a nice little first-hand look. Look at this first-hand look. Turn the turn signal on. You can check out the blind spot. That's pretty sick right away. On the gas about halfway. We're in a parking lot. We don't have to go too hard, but it accelerates ridiculously fast, even in EV mode. But stepping out right here, we'll have a nice little twisty part of the road, and wow, just like barely on the gas, and it just absolutely flies. But on the brakes, throwing it in, it stays really surprisingly flat. But I'll catch back with you guys once we step out on that road at that stop sign. But all right, stepping out onto this road, pure EV still, like barely on the gas, third throttle. You can check that speedometer. We're climbing to the speed limit really quickly. And no, the engine does kick in eventually kick in at a certain speed, because we are a little bit low on the electric power, but you can accelerate in EV mode very, very effectively. We'll turn it into hybrid mode once we can step out onto a different road. Actually, let's just throw it into hybrid mode right now. So boom, automatic. So this way it'll just adjust between hybrid and EV the way that it wants to. But just cruising on this road about 45 miles per hour. We got absolutely zero wind noise. We don't have dual pane windows, unfortunately, not a really big deal. But even without the dual pane windows, you got a very, very quiet ride. But we'll take a step out over here. You can see that little screen show you your blind spot area. But all right, guys, taking a step out here in automatic mode. So we're still in hybrid mode right here on the gas. Whew, very strong, surprisingly strong. Wow, and you get to 45 miles an hour pretty effortlessly too. But all right, guys, stepping out onto this road, we're gonna be in pure EV mode. We're gonna go over some pretty serious bumps. Unfortunately, we got this dude in front of us, but over the bumps, you don't really feel much, and the sound deadening in this car, it's kind of ridiculous. Let's purposely go over this bump. Check it out right here. Wow, it goes over even the massive bumps really, really impressively. But as soon as this guy gets out of the way, we'll try out a little acceleration run, lean into it about halfway right here. Whew, it is just sharp. Even in just the hybrid mode, it feels really, really sharp. But we don't got to push it much farther than that. Let's make this little left right here, turn around, and then check out some cooler roads. We can really see how this vehicle performs. And all right, let's check out this vehicle's turning radius, see if we can make it right here. Shouldn't be a problem. And stepping right back out here, barely on the gas, really impressive torque. And the low end torque is super impressive, of course, with this hybrid setup. But as soon as that turbocharger kicks in, you have a really, really solid pull in the mid and top of the RPMs. But all right, guys, stepping onto this road, barely on the gas, slightly daily driving acceleration. You can get up to speed with pure EV mode with literally zero issues. This EV motor is very, very torquey. But all right, let's take a step out here, and you can see that the blind spot screen does turn on as soon as you press those blinkers. And taking a step out here, barely on the gas, and now the hybrid kicked in. You can feel that turbocharger kick in, and you have a really, really impressive acceleration process. But we'll slow down right here. This looks like a really nice little area of pavement. Should give us a good opportunity to try an acceleration run off the line. So I'll catch back with you guys in 1 second. But all right, guys, off the line, we'll put it into sport mode, see how this car can accelerate. So in sport, ready, on the gas. Wow, really good off the line torque. And once that turbo kicks in, it's just gone. This thing can really move. Very impressive SUV. I could definitely see the 0 to 60 being in the low to mid 6s. This is definitely no slouch. But all right, stepping out here, wow, in sport mode, this thing just takes off. Like, there's no hesitation, it's just gone. And I'm not even on the gas more than halfway. That was like a third throttle. So in sport, everything becomes significantly more sensitive. And just cruising around 50 miles an hour, yes, we're losing our overdrive gears in sport. That's a negative, but even going 50 miles an hour, we have a really good amount of torque. Throwing it right here a little bit faster than we should. Check it out, barely any body roll. And we're gonna have some serious bumps over here on this road. And you can see this composure. Boom, nothing. Huge bumps. Wow, I was expecting a lot more drama than that. But yeah, guys, this is a serious SUV. It handles these bumps really impressively, and the steering feels unbelievably sharp. But hopefully we can find an area we can test out this vehicle's turning radius without actually stepping inside this airport, because last thing we need is to get in trouble here at W.T.F Car Reviews. But right over here, just taking a step right over here, stepping the gas about halfway. Really strong power, guys. This is a no joke SUV. We're not even coming close to pushing this car at all. That's like a third throttle max, maybe even a quarter. And in sport mode, it's just gone. It takes off, no joke. But all right, we reached the end of the road. This should be a perfect opportunity to check out this vehicle's turning radius. So right here, whipping it right in, and wow, no body roll at all. We're going pretty decently quick. But as we see, we're cruising around 40 miles an hour, turning around 2,500 RPM. So for the purpose of fuel economy, and that's what this vehicle is all about. It's all about the fuel economy. We're getting 79 miles per gallon E
So let's throw it into eco mode. As you see, those gauges immediately change up and everything becomes much more mellow. We're now sitting much lower in the RPMs. The engine might honestly just be turned off right now, but it's definitely much more mellow. We'll step right back over here to where we came from and head back. We reviewed the BMW 330e plug-in hybrid recently on this channel, and no, they're not comparable vehicles, but in terms of hybrid power plants, I was super impressed with the 330e power plant. You see, this thing handles these bumps very well. But again, I was so impressed with the 330e power plant, almost arguably better than the base just 30i power plant. But I'm just as impressed with this power plant. It's definitely no worse. It is absolutely perfect for this SUV. You have very strong low-end torque with the electric power assist, and then once the turbo kicks in, it definitely helps carry that power band through the rest of the RPM range. Really impressive power delivery, really impressive SUV. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time making this video. Really impressive SUV. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, join the W.T.F family. If you've already subscribed, thank you guys so much. You know I have endless gratitude for all the subscribers. You know the channel's just not possible without you. So I really do have a ton of appreciation for each and every one of you. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, leave a like too. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people now. Leave a comment too. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any cars you'd like to see reviewed on this channel. I love reading comments like that. It helps me out when it comes to ideas for new videos. And I will definitely try to get those reviews for you as soon as possible. But other than that, guys, again, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time making this video, and I hope all of you have a great day.